Welcome to the Chamber Nation Chamber Update for January 2020, brought to you by Your Guy Friday. I am Ryan Nielsen, and I'm excited to take you on a tour of the new features and services that are available to you from Chamber Nation. First of all, before we get started, I want to remind everyone that the Chamber Nation Educational Summit is still open for registration, although we are almost full. So you don't want to delay in signing up. This is taking place March 5th and 6th at the Nugget Resort in Sparks, Nevada. You can find out more and register for the summit by going to summit.chambernation.com. So the first update that I want to share with you is actually something that has been in the system for a long time, but most people are not familiar with its usage. And this feature is where you can create a customized letter template to send to individuals. And not only can you create a custom letter template, but you can choose specifically which individuals will receive this letter. So I'm going to take you through how to do exactly this. So the first thing that you're going to do is in your admin system, you're going to go down here and you're going to go ahead and click on reporting. And then you're going to go over and click on Custom Reports. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take you through this, and we're going to go ahead and click on Add a New Report right here. Now here when we get to this next page, what you want to do is you want to enter your report name. And so I'm going to just call this one Update Jan 2020 to not confuse it with one of the other ones. And once you've entered this is the only field that is required. All of the other fields are optional on this page, and you can enter those if you want. Otherwise, you can just go down here and click Continue. Now here on this page, you're going to get to the member types. And this is where you're going to choose who you would like to receive this particular letter. You can choose specific member types one at a time. And you can choose more than one, of course, but you can do that. If you want it to go to everyone in your whole database, you can quickly select all. If you didn't want, you can also then uncheck just a couple of them if you want. You can clear your selection, or if you want it to only go to those who are full member types, you just click that and it will just automatically check your full members. In addition to that, you can choose if you want it to be sent to active in all of these member types, dropped, pending, denied, and once again, you can choose more than one of those if you'd like. Typically, you're sending your letters to active individuals, active leads, active prospects, active members. So for this example, we're going to keep it on the full member types and keep it on active, and then we're going to click Continue. Here we get to a page that's called the Query Construction page. Now this is a page where if you need to filter your database even more, you can do that. But if you want to do that, please contact support and they will walk you through. These are all kinds of additional specialized filters that you can put in to filter your report, but none of it is required. So I'm going to just scroll to the very bottom of this page and I'm going to go ahead and click Continue. Next, we come to the Sort Order page. And again, you can choose the order in which your letter is going to sort and print. You have up to 4 options here. You don't have to use any of them. You don't have to use all of them. Most often, the first field is used, and most often, that is just business name. So it's all alphabetical by business name. So that's the one I'm going to choose, and again, I'm going to just click Continue after that. Now here on the document type page, this is where you want to look on the far right column and you'll see this one called Letter PDF over here. And this is the one we're going to choose in order to make this customized letter template. So we're going to put a little mark right there next to Letter PDF, and then we're going to just click Continue. Now on this letter template selection page, this was another one that I've created. You're going to choose this letter template if you're going to actually use it to create another letter. But right now, because we have not created this new template, what we want to do is we want to click Add Edit Templates. Okay? Now, again, on this next page, if you already have a template, you can edit or delete that other template, but we want to add a brand new one. So we're going to click on Add New Letter Template link right here. So this is the final page that we get to, and this is where you're going to create your letter template. And then you're going to be able to access it later, like we just saw a moment ago with one of the others that I created. Now, what you're going to do is underneath the title down here, template title, is where you will create, you're going to actually give the template a title. And so we'll do this, update Jan 2020, just like we did. And then down here where it says letter text, this is where you will actually create your letter. And you're going to utilize these variables that are listed up here by copying and pasting the actual variable. So if you wanted, the member's first name, what you're going to do, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time, I have one put together, I'll show you in a moment, but you're going to just type it kind of like you would, dear, and then put a space, and then you're going to grab like first name, and make sure you grab the hashtags. We'll copy that, and then we'll paste it, and then you can just add like your comma if you would, and then you can enter and enter again. And you're going to create your whole letter using these variables if you want. You, of course, do not have to use all of them, but using these is going to help personalize your letter, and we're going to see what that looks like. So let me just quickly go to another tab here where I've created that other letter, and you'll see all the variables are the same. This was the other one that we saw, the January 2020 Chamber Update example. And you're going to see this is a very simple letter that I just put together. So I put the variable for the date, dear first name, and then I just typed the letter that I wanted. We at Chamber Nation are so excited that you've chosen to join us as a new member. We're excited to see how we can help build commerce for your business, comma, and then org name would be their business name. And you can see, again, we have a lot going on. Your member information we have on file, and I use a whole lot of these variables here to state that. Now, when I show you the final result of this, please remember that on this is our testing system. So the city and the state and the zip are not real or even completed. So when we get to that point, you'll see. You can have phone, email, website if that's entered. Thanks again. Let us know how we can serve you better. In addition to this, as you go through this, what you can do is you can modify as well in your letter what font that you want to use, the font size, whether you want this, of course, the orientation portrait or landscape. I'll give an example in or at the very end here of how you might want to use landscape. And then the centering. Do you want the text to be left, all of it centered, or right justified? So you have that option. So once you have created your letter, then what you're going to do is after you finish, you go ahead and click submit. Now when you've submitted it, it's going to take you back to your letter templates and all that. But I want to show you how you're going to be able to use this template that you just created from the start. So we're going to go right back to the main menu here. And then we're going to go, again, just like we did, go down to reporting. And we're going to click on custom reports. And then what you're going to do now with the letter you created, all you have to do is click on the title of it, the link that's titled. And this is going to take into consideration all the member types you've already chosen. And it's going to generate a PDF that you are ready to print. You see, here's the date. I had dear and then their first name, John. I had the business name auto put in here, auto links. Now again, your member information we have on file. Here's the information. Again, as our testing system, there is no make-believe California, and 0 was entered as a zip code. But if you look in our member database for our testing system, that's what's in there, and there's the email. So you can see how this is generated, how you generate the whole letter, and then what you can do is you can go ahead and just print them out, and then you are ready and set to send them to those members. And so this is a great thing. Now, one important recommendation: it will be best if you print these letters on your own letterhead so that it is personalized, coming from you, as well as adds a colorful component to your letters. And I said, for example, you might want to use the landscape instead of the portrait. An example that you might want to do that is if you want to print some member certificates and personalize it. That's also where you might choose centered, where you want all the text centered. And again, you want to print those on either your letterhead or personalized member certificates that you've created, and that's going to add a lot of color to it, personalize it. But this is a powerful tool. You can create as many of these letter templates as you want and need for all kinds of different situations. So this is a fantastic feature available to you. The next thing I want to show you is also a feature that's been available for quite a while in our system, and that is the updated broadcast messaging system. And it includes our drag and drop email editor. And so I want to take you through and show you how to create a template that you can use in future messages, and then you'll actually be able to see how to use this fully in the system. So again, first let me show you how to get there. So back in the admin menu, we're going to go down here and we're going to click on communication, and then we're going to go over here and click on broadcast email messages. There we go. Now in this case, what I want to show you is we're going to go ahead and click on new advanced message. Right here on the top center, you're going to see that text, and we're going to click new advanced message. Now at the moment, because you're about to create a template, you do not need to worry about filling in any in this gray box, the send date, the reply to name, or the reply to and from email fields. This would actually be filled in when you are ready to actually send an email, but it's not used when creating a template, so we're not going to fill that in. For creating the template, we want to fill in the subject field with the template name, what you want it to be called. And so I'm going to just do update 2020. We'll just do update 2020. And then again, don't worry right now about selecting a category or publishing as a newsletter or publish date, but you do have to select a template. And don't worry about it, because you're going to be able to modify and save as this new template in a moment. So you don't need to worry about, oh, I don't know what template. You can select one. You're going to be able to delete it. I'll just do this test Ryan one that I have in here. But you go ahead and select those and you click continue. Now this is going to load and take you into, again, the drag and drop editor. And there is so much, again, in here that you can do. And I want you to feel free to go in, play around with this, see what all you can do, because I'm not going to have time here in just this update to show you all of the features. And if you mess up, it's okay. You can go back out and you can delete that one and you can start over, or you can delete one single field, and you don't need to worry about that. So let me show you what I recommend doing. So first thing I would recommend doing, so that you don't accidentally cover over or write over one of your other templates that you created. Since we chose that template, we chose, in this case, the test Ryan. But the first thing I would do is go ahead and go up here and click Save as Template. And again, I'm going to just make this the same. So I'm going to call this template Update 2020. And I'll click OK. And that's going to save this as a template. So that will allow me to have this template and use this template for future messages, and we'll see that in a few minutes. But in here, I want to go ahead and show you, let me actually go back out, and so that you can see that you can go in now and modify just that template. So you'll see this Update 2020, and you have it here where you can view send. You have your advanced editor templates. So if we click on that, you're going to see there's the Update 2020 for this template. And we're not wanting to start a new message. We're going to do the edit that template so that you know again that we're not messing up something else. You're not going to overwrite something. So if you're never certain, go ahead and go out, go back in to make sure you're in the one. You'll actually see now the name listed up here. The update 2020 is listed right up there. And now I'm going to be able to modify and do all kinds of things here. And you will see you've got a couple tabs here: content, rows, and settings. So you'll be able to change your background color, the content area background, your default font, your link color, all of those types of things. You can add new content. For example, let's say I wanted to just put an image right underneath this view full calendar. I just simply grab it, drag it over. You'll see the link where it says drag it here, and you see where it's going to place it. I let go, and it gives me the option to browse for the image I want. When I click on that, it's going to show me the images I already have uploaded, or I can import a new image from my computer. I can find one, from a link, from Facebook, from Google Drive, from OneDrive. I can search all kinds of different places, files from the web to import it. I'm going to close that. And what I'm going to do is just choose one that I have here, even though I'm using it elsewhere. This Chamber Nation logo, and I just click Insert. And notice it inserts it right there, sized perfectly. Now, let's say there's something that I want to go ahead and delete. It's super easy. Like if I want to delete this link that says View Full Calendar, I just click right on the body part of it, and you see I have a trash can, and then I also have this double box, and you've got all the properties that come up over here. So you can change the properties that you want, the color. If I wanted the background color to be something other than that light blue, I can click on that. I can use the scroller. You see how it just immediately changes, and see that. If I wanted to go ahead and delete that, I just click the box. It does ask you, are you sure? Because this action can't be undone. And so I say, yes, go ahead and delete that. So again, that's different things you can add. All of this content: text, images, a button, a divider, social links, HTML, a video. You can add these all in here. But there is so much more to this that you can do, and I want to make sure to show you that as well. And that is within the rows. So this allows you, when you first look at rows, it allows you to scroll down and see like how you can add, let's say you wanted just a 4 columns, 4 columns across here before this big Watch Now graphic, that you wanted 4 columns to be able to insert information into. You can actually come over here, click and drag, and again, you're going to see where to drag it to, and you let go, and now you've got, no content here, drag from the content panel. So this is where I go back and I could put text right there where it's ready for text. I could put an image right there. I could end up putting a button here on the far right, and then I could maybe have another image or whatever I wanted. It allows me to just modify that, customize it however I want. But there's one other thing that is so incredible in this system. If you go back to rows, up here where it says empty, you're going to be able to click on that, and you're going to see where you can add all kinds of things that are already built in to your Chamber Nation system. So for example, if you went down to event registrations and click on event registration 1, you'll see that this right now in our testing system, this is the registration we have for the Education and Training Summit. Now if I click on the event registrations 2, what it does is it gives you the same thing but a different format. You see how the format looks different. So you get to choose which style, which one you prefer, 1 or 2. This has the registration at the bottom. I actually really like the second one, so I'm going to go ahead and go to event registration 2. And again, all I have to do now is drag that wherever I want it. Let's say I want it above those 4 boxes I just put in. So I click until I see drag it here, and it's right there, and I let go, and it has put in that event information with the registration link, all of that right here in the system. Now again, it allows you to modify even the little elements. Over here, the big box, if I click on, will allow me to modify the whole field or delete the whole field. But let's say I want to just change a little bit of text right in here. I'm able to go in here and I am able to modify the text, and I can add color, I could add bold, I can modify however I want for just this text in this template. So you see how you can utilize this, where you can place this, and again, you've got the row properties for this. You can click elsewhere, in this whole area. Go back to your content, back to your rows. You can add, your different calendars, and it's going to show you the different types where you have calendar events, name first, date first. Again, so much that I could go through and show you that it would take, a couple hours to go through it all to show you everything. But I, again, want to encourage you to come in, play around with this, see how it works. Once you are done, don't forget, though, to come up here and click Save. If you don't click Save and you exit, then all of the work that you've done will be lost because you did not save the Update 2020 template or whatever template you call it. So that is super important to remember, but this can be utilized in incredible ways. Once again, when you go back, if you're wanting to send this out, you're going to be able to just choose the message that you've created, like the Update 2020. You'll be able to create, or not only change the templates, but you can actually choose the template. You can delete it. In this case, like this here, says to create a new template, start a new message. So we can just even start a new message. We don't have to create a new template. But this is where now in a new message I would choose if I want to send it immediately. I'll leave that blank, and this is where I would be able to send, and I would send all the information. This is where I'm going to choose my template, and I'll choose that Update 2020. Now when I click continue, this is going to take me in, and what will happen is it looks like, well, wait, we're back right where we were. How do I send it? Now that you've done that, now you're going to click Save and Continue at the top right, and this will take you to the next field, which is Message Attachment. And this one, if you've ever sent any messages you're familiar with, you don't have to attach anything at all. You click Continue. This is where you get to choose who you're going to send it to. All full member plans, active members, all of those options. Let me move that. It's trying to translate here. We don't need to translate it. But you can choose who you're going to send it to. If we want to send it all full member plans, active members, and we add recipients. And this is the same old thing that you've used regular message. So add your members, you click continue, and you're going to actually have your preview of it. Now again, I did a quick thing on here, but you've got your preview both of your desktop view and your mobile view, so you can go through, see what it looks like. Down at the bottom it shows again your recipients, your spam analysis, and then when you click send this message, it's going to go out. And so that's the way to use this. It's an incredible feature. Again, so much that you can customize on it, so much that you can do. So I highly encourage you to utilize that. Now for a few updates to the system, and I want to show you a couple things. First is a new member directory that is available. And what I'm going to do is we have this right now in Jefferson County Chamber of Commerce in Jefferson County, Illinois. This is being utilized, and so I want to just use one that's live to show you. So on this, the new member directory, you'll come in here, and you'll see this is now what the new member directory will look like. And so you've got, the option of an image for the business name, the phone number, the email, the address, and then depending on what information the business has in your system, the website, email them, a map, the view details, all of these are available. And so this is a beautiful looking new member directory, and wanted to show you this as an option available to you. Now, to utilize this feature and the next one I'm going to show you, it might require an update to your website to make these modules work. And so if you need that, contact Chamber Nation support if you need your website updated to utilize this. Now, you'll also see there's a feature for a new calendar too. And again, I'm going to use the Jefferson County example because they have that. And you'll see in the new calendar of events here, again, a beautiful look to the calendar where you can have an image, you have the event, the date, where it's located, the time, location's down here. This is who's hosting it. You, again, can click to view the map to get there, and you can click View Full Details. When you click View Full Details, that's going to take you into a 2-column look, and you're going to see all of the information for the details. And so this is the new look for the calendar, and it's a beautiful function. And so, again, want to encourage you to utilize this. If you're needing, contact Chamber Nation for a website update to use this as well. Now, the next exciting update we have is for all of your members, and that is a Review My Business link that they can add to their TCS page. And when someone clicks on that link, it's going to take a person directly to the Google Business Review page to enter a review for the business. So let me show you how to access this, and then I'll tell you a teeny bit more about it as well. So first of all, you're going to go into your admin area, and you're going to go right into your member database. Then what you're going to do is you're going to want to find the business that you want to add this link to their TCS page. In this case, we're going to use and add it to Chamber Nation, and you'll see because it has the whole TCS text, marketing landing page complete and everything. So if that's not black, it's probably not ready to be added, but most of them should be black and ready. And so what you'll do is you'll go ahead and click on this link that says TCS NP-X. Yours might say something similar. It should have the same type of thing. And so go ahead and click on that. And this is going to take you into that business's landing page information here. And on the left-hand column, you're going to actually see a link, the third link down, that says Add Google My Business Review button. Okay, now this is actually only for admins, so the businesses themselves cannot do this. Only admins can, but we highly recommend that you do this because this will just help your businesses out. So we're going to go ahead and click on that link. And once we do that, now this field right here will be blank when you first click on it. So for the moment, just imagine that's blank. Because what you want to do is you want to click on this link right here in number 1, the developers google.com places place ID link. So when you click on that, you're going to be taken to a map. And this is where you're going to be able to find the business. And so in this case, we're going to enter the business name, and I'm going to start entering Chamber Nation. Okay, and we'll see it is located on Main Street in Quincy, California. So go ahead and click on that. Now, once you do that, you're going to actually be given a little place ID right here. You're going to see that it comes up, and you are given this place ID. And so you want to go ahead and click or double click on that link, or you can click and drag to get that whole place ID and copy that. Once you have that copied, Then what you want to do is you want to go back to the page you were just on. This opens in a new tab, so you'll just go right back to the tab you were on, and you're going to, this will again will be blank, but you're going to paste it in right here, and where it's blank, and you will see it's the same place ID, and there we go, and we just paste it in there, and then you go ahead and click save. Now once you click save, it takes you back to this. But now what you're going to see is if we go up here to this first link where it says view marketing landing page, and we're going to go ahead and click on that link. Again, it's going to open in a new tab, and this is going to bring up their marketing landing page. And as we scroll down, and if you don't see this, make sure you click refresh, but as we scroll down, you're going to see there's a new button added to it that says review my business. Now, when you click on that review my business, it is going to immediately take you in and pop up. So you wait just a moment, and it's going to pop up the ability for them to then add their own rating, 5-star rating, and add their own details of their experience with that business, and post that, and that will go immediately into the Google Business Review. So that so that it'll go right in here for all of the different reviews and all of the different feedback that will be listed right in their Google system. Now, the reason that this was built is because the Chamber is a representative of the community, and many in the community may have been shown this link, but now you actually have a tool to get the local community visiting these local businesses and submitting a review for them. We're making it easy. And that's because this doesn't work with just a link from Google. So it requires a whole script, and we've worked it into a script that works the way that Google wants it done. And so here's a great place for businesses to promote wanting people to review their business and making it easy for them. Now, earlier, when I was showing the marketing landing page, I was saying if it wasn't showing properly, to go ahead and click refresh on your browser. Now, there are times that when you click refresh, nothing seems to change, and that is because there are times when you want to make sure that you're seeing all of the recent or most updated information that you need to clear your browser's cache. Now, since the way in which you clear your browser's cache is going to vary depending on what browser you are using and which operating system, I'm not able to run through every single possible option. Well, I guess I could, but it would take forever. So instead, I want to show you it's quite easy for you to find out how to do this yourself by doing a simple Google search. And so if you go to Google, and then up in the search field, or when you get to the search field, if you just type in, like you see here, clear cache on, and then insert your browser, in this case Google Chrome, for, and then your operating system, for Mac, for Windows 10, for Windows 7, for whatever your case is, and you go ahead and click enter. What's going to happen is you're going to get a result in this first box that comes up, and it's going to give you instructions on this top box. Now, there are going to be some times, like in this case, where you see more items, and that's because there's more items to do. And what you want to do is either just click on that more items, and that's going to take us in, and we actually see there was one more item for clearing the cache on Chrome. This link is kind of nice. It shows on a Mac how to clear the cache on Safari, Chrome, and Firefox. But again, if you just want to do it, for, let's say you had Google Chrome on Windows 10, you can do that, and when you do the search, now you'll see there's not this little box for more items to see because the full instructions are right here. So for your Google Chrome on Windows 10, it makes it super easy to clear your cache. But we recommend doing this, especially if you're not seeing things the way you think you should be seeing them. So that's it right now for our Chamber Nation Chamber update for January 2020. But again, keep your eyes out for more to come. because again, we are committed to continually improving the usability of our system. And once more, if you are looking for more personalized and direct consultation, setup, and training, I am available to help you with that. Remember, support is always free through Chamber Nation. But if you're wanting someone to help set up any part of your Chamber Nation system for you, or do a personalized training either at your location or via screen sharing, Your Guy Friday is available to help. So feel free to contact me, Ryan Nielsen, by phone, by text messaging, or email. All of that information is right here on the screen in front of you. And I will be happy to provide a free phone consultation to discuss your needs and how I can help. Thank you.